What's going on, everyone? So I did a breakdown of Jalen Hood-Schifino and his potential to maybe actually earn a rotation spot this year, right? Lakers miss out on Spencer Dinwiddie. It'd be kind of hard right now, depending on if the roster stays the same, because you got like Reeves, D'Lo, Gabe Vincent, right? But I could see Jalen Hood-Schifino getting minutes here and there, hopefully meaningful minutes in a level of consistency. But go check that video out if you want more on Jalen Hood-Schifino. I want to talk about Dalton Knecht because, the reason I even mentioned Jalen Hood-Schifino and made that video about it is because, like, the running joke that I saw where it was like, we missed out on Spencer Dinwiddie. Don't worry, we got Bronny James type thing. And I was like, well, no, like, we got Jalen Hood-Schifino, right? And in the same breath, it sparked the same idea with losing Taurean Prince and bringing in Dalton Knecht, right? And I talked a bit about this on AIS, the Lakers show, like month ago, maybe a little longer, something like that. But one of the things with Dalton Knecht is his versatility, his size, particularly his athleticism, that I do think he can be a bigger impact player than Taurean Prince. I'm not saying pencil it in, lock it in, it's going to happen, because Taurean Prince was very good for the Lakers. Very good for the Lakers. And on top of that, he is a veteran that has the experience, that wasn't afraid of the big moments, that was one of the few guys that actually showed up in the Denver series even, right? But Dalton Knecht, if he can translate a version we saw in Summer League into year one of the NBA, again, not saying he should play 30 minutes a game. Taurean Prince shouldn't have been playing 30 plus minutes a game, right? We were actually worse when he played. The more minutes he played, the worse we were. When he was like in a box, hey, here's like 15 minutes. The Lakers were very good. I could see something similar with Dalton Knecht to where, he's a guy that could come in, 15 minutes a game, play the 2, slot in as a 3, right? On, the rare occasion, depending on the matchup, maybe you could slot in at the 4, if you're playing, like a Golden State team, right? And they kind of have, like a Trace Jackson. They've gone small and they have like Andrew Wiggins at the 4, right? You see that sometimes, right? On occasion, but more so the 3 and the 2. I actually think he would probably be best at the 2, but you have Austin Reeves and you have Max Christie. So my guess is that Dalton Knecht will probably play the backup 3, ideally, right? Like my thought, again, we'll see what JJ Redick does, but assuming no trades, team is as it is. You got D'Lo, right? Gabe Vincent backing him up. You got Reeves with Max Christie backing him up. You got Jared Vanderbilt with Dalton Knecht backing him up. You got LeBron James with Rui Hachimura backing him up. And then you have Anthony Davis right now with Jackson Hayes backing him up. I'd like somebody a little more stocky, but no, is what it is, right? You only have the team that you have, right? But with Dalton Knecht, he is much more versatile on the offensive side and much more athletic. And he's a better passer. Like, I was very impressed with his passing ability in Summer League. And that was with guys that 90% of them aren't even going to be in the league, right? Like, so his ability to recognize and continue that hockey pass or find the occasional cutter, right? Or kick it out to the open man. Or even just a look-ahead pass. Right? He was actually very good in that regard, like getting the rebound, boom, get the board, and then throw in the look-ahead pass. I was very impressed with that. Again, another value, right? Taurean Prince didn't really do much playmaking. He just kind of was lined up, catch-shoot type of guy, right? But he's a guy that I think, with Dalton Knecht speaking, I think that you can slot him in multiple positions just like Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince could have played the 2, played 3, played the 4 on occasion, right? Same idea. But with Dalton Knecht and his foot speed, I think you can run a lot of different actions. You can even have him be the screener and not just run, pick and pop action. You can run some roll action where he can kind of get to the basket. He could be a slasher, corner man that's cutting towards the basket at times. Right? You can put him in all kinds of different situations that you can't really do with Taurean Prince. Also, the biggest thing for me with Dalton Knecht compared to Taurean Prince is that mid-range. Dalton Knecht, again, not saying Taurean Prince can't knock down the mid-range, but that wasn't really his game. Right? Taurean Prince was primarily catch, shoot 3, But you saw him, particularly later in the season for the Lakers, kind of pump fake, boom, put the ball on the deck. He didn't really rise up, right? Didn't really shoot over the top. He just kind of it was either straight to the basket, trying to finish through contact, or it was knocking down the three ball. Where Dalton Knecht, you saw the array in Summer League, his ability to catch and shoot, knock it down, right? Catch the ball, pump fake, step back, knock it down. The deep three. But also catch the ball, give the little pump fake, or beat the guy off the dribble with that first step, and then stop on a dime, rise up, or even if the help defender comes to close out, he just shoots over the top, right? And so there's a lot of value there in that, particularly with the mid-range. I've talked about the mid-range a lot on this channel because it's very important, right? Look at all the top teams in the league every year, right? They all have multiple guys that, yes, they can shoot the three, they can, score on the interior, but they have guys that can knock down the mid-range. Kyrie is very good in the mid-range. Luka is very good in the mid-range. Look at Boston, right? Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, Jason Tatum, right? Jason Tatum is excellent in the mid-range, right? You go back to Denver, right? How did Jamal Murray beat the Lakers? Twice. In the mid-range, right? First one was him just blowing by Anthony Davis, closing up. He's on like the strong side corner, and just raises up over the top of Anthony Davis, knocks it down. The second time was they set a screen to get Austin Reeves trailing, right? Austin Reeves is the trail man now. And then, again, Anthony Davis trying to close up. He recognizes, okay, Anthony Davis is going to close up or close out. Let me just stop on a dime, rise up, knock down the shot, and he made it, right? And we lose twice, right? Mid-range is very, very, very important because particularly in the playoffs, there's such a focus on protecting the paint and closing out hard on the three. So when you get guys that can knock down that midi, it opens up so much for teams. And having a guy in Dalton Knecht, he can knock it down. The Lakers, when they won the championship in 2020, right? They were, yes, very good inside, but Anthony Davis's mid-range was money. Like, the guy couldn't miss. If he was 15 feet in, it's odd. You might as well just put it on the box score now, right? As soon as he gets in that, boom, it was money. LeBron James also was very good at the mid-range and shooting over the top that season, right? Those are the kind of, Danny Green can even knock down the mid-range. Kyle Kuzma, right? And especially that little elbow, right? Like, having guys that can do that is where I think Dalton Knecht can really shine. And I think he's going to get not only a lot of wide open, just knockdown threes on catch and shoot attempts, but I also think he's going to, once he gets comfortable, I'm not really expecting it right out the gate, right? Because you got to kind of let him get his feet wet, get a little comfortable, get a little confident that, like, okay, I can do this, right? Like, even a lot of the stuff, that they've talked about, right? Dalton Knecht's even confirmed, like what JJ Redick was saying about, running the pin downs and stuff, right? Sure, there'll be a lot of those actions. There'll be a lot of just the drive and kicks, and, Knecht being able to be a motion shooter, I think is very important, right? Stay constant. Like, JJ Redick wants to run a motion offense. So guys aren't going to be standing around a lot. You always want guys, crisscross, going back and forth, all that stuff, right? Like, so to me, with Dalton Knecht, he can, I think, fit in to those multiple roles better than a Taurean Prince can. Again, I would have loved to still keep Taurean Prince. I like Taurean Prince a lot. I think Taurean Prince got a bad rep, not because of him, but because Darvin Ham and the way Darvin Ham utilized him, right? I can't blame Taurean Prince for that. Like, he just did his job. He just showed up, played the minutes that he was given, right? But again, Dalton Knecht and his size and versatility and his athleticism, because he is more athletic than Taurean Prince, I do think that he's a guy that you can utilize better and put him in different actions that you can't necessarily do with Taurean Prince. And I think that in and of itself could potentially be more valuable for the Lakers. Even if I'm not necessarily expecting him to be this like dropping 20 on like random nights and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, of course, like he could get hot, right? But a lot of people look at Taurean Prince and they look at it and they go, well, Taurean Prince, he played about as good as he can, and Knecht's not going to be able to come in and replace Taurean Prince, all that stuff. But he can, right? Like, a lot of Taurean Prince's success outside of the spot minutes, like, was the extended minutes he played, right? Like, if Dalton Knecht, assuming he can adjust year one, plays 30 minutes a game, I wouldn't be shocked if he averages 12 to 15 points, right? But I just don't think he's going to play the minutes that Taurean Prince plays, because Taurean Prince shouldn't even have played those minutes, right? Now, I do think there might be a night, Dalton Knecht's cooking, let him cook, right? Like, why are you going to take out the hot man? Let him go. Let him do his thing, right? Like, help him build that confidence. But I think on most nights, he's probably in that, like, 10 to 15 range. It's also why, like, a lot of people I've seen throw out, like, oh, do I think that he can win, Rookie of the Year? Do I think that he'll be, what do I think his stats would be? Like, hey, I think he's going to be a 15-point-a-game guy. I don't think he's going to win Rookie of the Year, and I don't think he's going to be a 15-point-a-game guy. I'm not going to rule it out, right? I'm not going to say never, but I wouldn't bet on it. And in particular, because I just don't see Knecht getting a big enough role, for one, particularly on the offensive side, to consistently give you 15 a night. I wouldn't be shocked if he gave you like 10, right? Because, 10 points, you just knock down 2 or 3 threes, you're basically there. And then, you get the mid-range, you get the basket, boom. I could see him, having the occasional game where, oh man, Knecht just dropped 25 tonight. Like, let's go. I could see the occasional game where he go get you 20. Like, I think he probably averages around somewhere 8 to 10 points a game is what I think he'll average. Because, again, I just don't think he's going to get the offensive opportunity alongside all the pieces that the Lakers currently have. Now, again, various trades, things happen, maybe, but I only can go off of the information we have at the moment. And the information we have at the moment is like, hey, I just don't see him getting shot attempts over D'Lo, Reeves, LeBron, AD. That's 4 guys right there, not counting Rui and, Max Christie and Gabe Vincent and all the other guys, right? Like, so I don't think he's going to get that opportunity to score that much. And I just think as far as like winning Rookie of the Year, to me, it's kind of a coin flip for a lot of these guys, but I just look at a guy like a Zach Edey and I could see him starting and getting 30 minutes a game out the gate, right? Because, you can run Triple J alongside him and there you go, right? Like, so I think you just look at some of these other guys that are on some of these other teams, particularly the bad teams and the tanky teams, they're just going to get more minutes. They're going to get more opportunity. They're going to get more shots. So they're probably going to look better, right? But to me, I think Dalton Knecht could potentially be him and Zach Edey in particular, but sticking with Dalton Knecht, I wouldn't be shocked if he's the most efficient, best rookie this year. And I mean it like that in the sense of like, I don't know if his stats will jump out in the sense, like, I don't think he's going to, like, you're going to look at him and be like, oh man, this guy's a 15-5-5 guy tonight, right? Or this season, right? I look at it more as like, he's like an 8-3-3 guy or 8-2-3, something like that. But he's very efficient. The impact he has is beyond the box score, right? To where if you actually watch Laker games, you're like, oh, Dalton Knecht is something, right? Like, the Lakers have something here. That's kind of what I mean, why I kind of went like this. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you think that, yes, Dalton Knecht, he's going to be able to slot into that Taurean Prince role and deliver it beautifully? I mean, even if he's not as good as Prince, right? Like, let's say he's half of what Prince was. Still better than nothing, right? Especially from a rookie from year one, and especially since you just lost Taurean Prince. Like, if you could replace even half of his production, like, that's better than replacing none of his production. So I still look at it either way as like, hey, that's not really a bad thing, right? Like, and the bar for Taurean Prince wasn't so high. Like, he wasn't so like, man, this guy was so insane. Like, he was our 3rd, 4th best player. No, he was, a bench guy that, in my opinion, over-delivered based on his contract, but also got more opportunity than he should have, right? I think if he played in the type of role that I think Dalton Knecht played, I think he still would have been very good. But I don't think he would have been looked at, one, in a negative light, but also, two, and as big of a positive light by, like, general consensus, right? But I think the people that, watched game in and game out would have been like, no, he was actually very good this year for them. Because there was a lot of games like that where he didn't shoot the ball well, but like he was good, right? He made the big play, or he had the big moment or whatever. But anyway, again, I would feel whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.